Welcome to God-Guided Meditation, where Scripture connects us to the divine. So, what are we reflecting on today? Today we look at 1 Kings chapter 2, David's final words and Solomon's first test, a dying king's final instructions. The old king's breath had grown shallow. His time on earth was ending, and as the shadows lengthened around him, he called for the one who would carry the weight he once bore, his son. 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 1. When David was about to die, he called his son Solomon and gave him his last instructions. His voice was weak, but every word carried a lifetime of battles, betrayals, and blessings. Verse 2, My time to die has come. Be confident and determined. Verse 3, Obey the laws of the Lord your God. Follow all his ways and keep his commands. Then you will succeed in everything you do and wherever you go. This was no ordinary farewell. It was the torch being passed, a father's final charge to his son, and a king's last command to his heir. But David hadn't forgotten the ones who had helped him or the ones who had harmed him. He spoke of Joab, the warrior who had once fought by his side, but had stained his hands with the blood of the innocent. 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 5. Joab killed Abner and Amasa, spilling their blood in peacetime as if it were wartime. And then came the warning. Verse 6. You know what to do. Do not let him die a natural death. He remembered the kindness of Barzillai and said, verse 7, Show kindness to his sons. Let them eat at your table. Finally, he spoke of Shimei, the man who cursed him bitterly during his escape from Jerusalem. Verse 9, You are wise. You will know how to deal with him. Then came the end of David's journey. The shepherd who had become a king, the warrior who danced before the ark, the flawed man after God's own heart, took his final breath. 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 10. David died and was buried in David's city. He had reigned for 40 years, 7 in Hebron and 33 in Jerusalem. And now his son reigned in his place. Verse 12. Solomon succeeded his father David as king, and his royal power was firmly established. Or so it seemed. Adonijah, the brother who once tried to seize the throne, had not given up entirely. He came not with a sword, but with a request. He asked Bathsheba, the king's mother, to speak to Solomon on his behalf. 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 17. Please ask King Solomon to give me Abishag, the Shunammite, as my wife. A simple request on the surface. But Solomon saw right through it. Verse 22. Why do you request Abishag for Adonijah? You might as well ask for the kingdom itself. And so the judgment was swift. Verse 25. King Solomon gave orders, and Adonijah was put to death. Solomon turned next to Abiathar the priest who had supported Adonijah. 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 26. Go to your home. You deserve to die, but I will not put you to death now. You carried the covenant box of the Lord and shared in my father's sufferings. Solomon dismissed him from the priesthood, just as the Lord had foretold long ago about the house of Eli. Then came Joab, the general. When he heard the news, he fled to the sacred tent and clung to the altar. But Solomon did not pardon him. Verse 31. Strike him down. Do not let him die peacefully. Verse 34. Joab was buried at his home in the wilderness. Lastly came Shimei. Solomon offered him a clear command. 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 36. Build yourself a house in Jerusalem. Don't leave the city If you cross the Kidron Valley, you will surely die." Shimei agreed, and for 3 years he stayed. But then he left the city to retrieve his slaves. When Solomon heard of it, he summoned him. Verse 44, "You remember in your heart all the evil you did to my father David. Now the Lord has punished you." Verse 46, "And the kingdom was firmly established in Solomon's hands. Have you subscribed?" Don't miss the next chapter, one chapter at a time, and together we'll explore the entire Bible thoroughly. God-guided meditation. To God be the glory.